through this, I think some of these numbers are really pretty outstanding. And these are, again, from June 1st through September 30th. Citywide, operating while intoxicated, drunk driving statistics are down about 22%. While there is no specific facts or data to support this, we would certainly, and as we have talked with the police, would argue that a lot of that decrease in OWI is due to the fact that we do not have underage or other individuals even coming from an hour to 3 hours away, drinking in our community and then heading home. We are no longer as much of a destination because the underage people can't get into the bars. In the downtown area, and again, these are statistics that are all automatically in the police department's files, public intox arrests are down 41%, and these are year-to-year comparisons, the same 4 months in 2009 to the identical 4 months in 2010. Disorderly conduct arrests are down 17% in the downtown area. Simple assault arrests are down 50% in the downtown area. As we start looking at some of the issues related potentially to house parties, so we look at a larger area, and this includes downtown, College Green, North Side, Goosetown, and Longfellow areas. These are calls for service numbers. Loud party calls for service down 7%, assaults down 54%, intoxicated pedestrians down 59%, sexual assaults down 50%, fight in progress down 51%, and criminal mischief down 24%. I don't know about anybody else, but I think those are incredibly compelling numbers for the first 4 months that this new ordinance has been in place. Quite frankly, I'm surprised. And I don't necessarily expect that every time we run these numbers, we're always going to see a decrease. I think all of us have expected kind of some blips in this as we go along. But I would certainly say that we are all incredibly optimistic about the improvements in safety based on these preliminary numbers. Having said that and talked about those statistics, I have to say that if this weren't such a serious issue, I actually would say that it is funny that both of the opposition organizations are using safety as the cornerstone of their argument to overturn the ordinance. They have no statistics to show that it's safer without the ordinance because there are none. They're using some comments here, some comments there. I heard this, I heard that, somebody said this. They've also, some people at least have alleged that the police are lying, that these are false statistics. I mean, it's just like they don't have any facts, so they try to discredit these. These are facts based on police reports that come in at the time the officers make the calls. The calls for service are ones that are coming into the 911 number. These are valid, accurate statistics that we are using. One of their big arguments to the opposition of the ordinance is that house parties are going to get out of control and people are much safer in the bars than at the house parties. First of all, house parties have always existed in Iowa City and probably always will, and none of us are naive enough to think that they are going to totally go away. We have not, however, seen any huge spike in the house parties, and even the recent media reports have quoted numerous residents in the close-in neighborhoods as saying that things have been relatively quiet. I think Doug Alberhasky has been quoted 2 or 3 times in different reports, and he lives on East Market, I believe, saying he can't believe how quiet it is around his neighborhood. And we have had others as well, and we've got Martha Greer here today from South Governor who's going to talk about her neighborhood. So the spike has not occurred, and certainly we hope it doesn't. One part of that possibly is that we do have the police out being more aggressive in terms of their party patrols, if you will, and they are able to do that because downtown is quieter. They are more aggressively enforcing the rules, giving more tickets rather than warnings when they do come across the house parties. But I think from a safety standpoint, certainly we are not seeing any huge spike in numbers or size or incidents happening at any of the house parties that are occurring. One of the other comments related to the house parties would be that there would be, a huge increase in the sale of alcohol from the package stores, if you will, from liquor stores, grocery stores, whatever. Again, many of the media reports that you, in fact, yourselves have written indicate that that's not happening. Those store managers and owners have said either their sales are up slightly or are flat. Some of them have attributed those increases simply to the fact that the store in particular is relatively new and it's just the growth that they would have expected year over year. But we are not seeing any huge uptick in sales of alcohol, beer, kegs, whatever, to support the argument that the house parties have escalated. I think it's also really important to look at who is supporting the 21 ordinance and who is opposing it. When you look at those supporting the ordinance, you're talking about the U of I and Iowa City police chiefs, you're talking about the county attorney, Johnson County Director of Public Health, Rape Victim Advocacy Program, Johnson County Medical Society, University of Iowa leaders both in central administration, athletics, and a number of the coaches, people who all work with young people on a regular basis, local school superintendents and principals, numerous public officials in addition to the Iowa City Council, and many, many community members. And certainly by looking at the 21 Make Sense website, you can find a lot of names of people, just regular community members who feel that this is the right thing to do. When you look at who's opposing the ordinance, besides the students and the bar owners, it's been a little difficult to find out who that is. I know when the second organization came out and announced their formation, basically said there was a lot of community members, but they couldn't name them. I find that a little interesting. I'm not sure who else their support is besides the students and the bar owners looking to overturn it. But what we really want to emphasize from the 21 Make Sense perspective, that this is unquestionably a safety issue. We have the statistics regarding safety on our side of the argument to maintain the 21 ordinance. Again, it is only 21 after 10 p.m. We anticipate that this will stay on the book and that it will open up the opportunity for entrepreneurs to offer more late night activities to the young people in our community. I think the fact that it has decreased the attractiveness of Iowa City as a destination for underage drinkers is also a real positive. Again, we've seen certainly reports that some of the surrounding communities, including Cedar Rapids and around the Kirkwood campus up there, are having more problems than they have in the past, and they are attributing it to the fact that the kids are staying there and drinking and not coming to Iowa City. So we are here to kind of give you the new data, show that it continues to support the position that we're taking, and obviously hope that the people in the community will get out and vote and will be able to maintain the ordinance.